Folks, it's another Tuesday. Welcome. We're glad to have everyone viewing tonight. Tonight's going to be a very interesting conversation we're going to have. We got the Bishop Michael Watson from the Vice President of Religious Affairs of Baltimore Community Chapter of National Action Network and Assistant to the National Field Director here for the NAM. For this, it's great, as we always talk about, we have to have some type of resources, some type of outlets of doing these podcasts. And this is an outlet as we listen to some community concerns. You know, everything is not black and white. Everything has to have some type of feedback, and we have to have understanding. You know, for so many years, we don't have people that probably never understood what NAN is. You know, they probably say, "Oh, that's Al Sharpton stuff." You know, "Oh yeah, that's that guy that's always screaming." You know, but we got some. But I ain't gonna hold it up no longer. But I'm gonna let Dr. Michael Watson, Bishop Michael Watson, give you a little background about how he got started in NAN, and a bit about himself. Go on, take it away there, Mike.
Well, first of all, Johnny, let me thank you for allowing me to be a part of the discussion on tonight.
Yes.
I am Bishop Dr. Michael Watson Jr. I am a ordained minister, also a licensed and ordained chaplain. Graduated from Howard University with my Master's of Divinity. Have my Bachelor's of Ministry from Virginia Theological Seminary, and I also have my Doctorate of Divinity from a school in Atlanta, Georgia called Convergence University, which is in Atlanta, Georgia, where I received my Doctor of Divinity. I've been involved, let's say, with civil rights. I was soon when I graduated from Howard, I was offered the position to be the National Youth and College Director under the leadership of Dr. Ben Chavis with the NAACP. I was already on the Baltimore City Board for the NAACP, but I was afforded the opportunity to take it to a national level, where I worked with Dr. Chavis for 4 years, working with the NAACP chapters in various cities and the colleges and the universities. So my work with NAN, I've been working with NAN for about 3 years now. And like I said, opened up a lot of doors, avenues. Recently, the Baltimore Community Chapter was just recently organized last year, believe it or not. So, and then we have some heavy hitters that are on our committee that are running and hitting the ground. Just opportunity of, yes, the Al Sharpton is the founder and the organizer of National Action Network, which he started in 1991. For those who do not know, Reverend Sharpton has worked closely with Jesse Jackson. He worked closely with Shirley Chisholm. He was her youth director when they had National Bread Basket. So he started out, in his teens, and as working with her, and he opens up the door for so many of us to be able to come on and be a part. Like I said, as soon as I joined, by me being a minister, I was asked if I would head the Religious Affairs Committee, and I told him, sure, no problem. And I've been hitting the ground running ever since. As a matter of fact, I was just with Reverend Sharpton on Sunday at Zion Hill Baptist Church in Newark, New Jersey, where he preached. So I was just with him on Sunday morning.
Oh, wow. That's all right. That's all right. And NAN, National Action Network.
Yes.
We hear so many things about that. Just give us a little, you gave us a little history about it. Started in 1991. What was its purpose when it started? And what was the whole agenda on it?
Okay, his whole agenda was like the civil rights. Like I said, he worked with Jesse Jackson. And then he was like, we didn't want to be just another civil rights organization, not out here doing something. So he said he wanted to be about action, about putting, making stuff happen. So that's why he called it the National Action Network. It's about action. It's about uh, coming to the forefront. Not what we can do later, but what we can do now. Especially with the way our nation is going now, and with
Mhm.
the president that we have now. It's time now for all of us to say, look, it's time to take action on what he's doing.
Right, right. So it's an action, to prevent and educate us on some political issues, probably, and some
Yeah.
issues that.
Yes. Political issues. We even have a crisis team. So those who have a crisis situation, we have a crisis department. We have a youth department, and every Monday night they do what is called the National Youth Huddle, where all of the young people get together every night from 7 to 9 on Mondays, and they talk about issues that they have concerning young people with schools and colleges, and it's a chance for everybody. Like so, we have a legal department. So if you need legal concern, matter of fact, this past Thursday, we had what we do every Thursday of the last of the month. We do what is called legal night. So
Mm,
we have judges to come on. Like this past Thursday, we had judges and we had lawyers to come on to offer legal advice.
that's good stuff. So, and that's you said that's every Thursday.
Yes, it's like the last Thursday of every month, and that was started by Attorney Michael Hardy, who actually started that. But when he passed, it's they have another lawyer who's taking it on now. So it's like you said, they had judges. So if you had questions, you could ask the judges any questions. They had lawyers. So whatever your concerns is, the National Action Network, we have whatever you need, we are there.
Yeah, that's amazing for it, and to have that type of thing. So if we had to sit down now today, knowing the climate that we're in our world today, what's our biggest um calling right now for NAM to work on, or their biggest action item right now, if they had to put one?
Okay, right now, what Reverend Sharpton is doing right now is he did a 90-day survey of the companies that did DEI. And on this coming Saturday, during the convention, during his national address, he's going to let everyone know publicly what companies that we're going to go after and boycott. Like Reverend, like Dr. Jamal Blunt down in Atlanta, he started along with another young lady. They started the Target boycott, where he was doing a 40-day. For 40 days, don't go to Target, fast from Target for 40 days. And what Reverend Sharpton said, hey, let us do a 90-day of the companies that are doing DEI, and during our convention, we will make clearly what companies we're going to boycott. And he was just saying on his radio show today, somebody was saying, is it possible that maybe NAN can go across the country? Well, Reverend Sharpton said, stay tuned. We're going to make that happen. We're going to do a national tour on the West Coast, Midwest, East Coast. And he's going to go, and those companies that we're going to be boycotting, we're going to be going to those stores in the various sections, letting them know that, hey, we don't appreciate you taking the DEI off from your employees.
Mm. So the focus is that diversity, equity, and inclusion
Yes.
issue that we're fighting right now, for it, and we want to get their attention. Uh,
Yes.
how that, and how does Nan think that affected our country as a whole?
I
Uh,
mean, like I said, NAN stands, it affected, not only blacks, but it affected a lot of people,
mhm,
Hispanics, whites, Jewish.
mhm,
So his thing is, look, you know, don't be about it. Let's do it.
mhm,
Don't
mhm,
say you're going, don't mouth talk. Let your actions speak for you. Let your actions be the work for you.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Yeah. So we know we setting the parameters for building and putting a stand on this DEI issue, but is it anything in particular that they're saying about the DEI movement? That's really a standout, or how it has affected us.
Well, yes, like I said, during our convention, which starts on tomorrow, he's going to have various workshops, various seminars, various bar talks with certain individuals. We have Michael Eric Dyson, who is coming. We have Don Lemon, who's coming. We have Chris Matthews. We have Joy Reid, who's going to be part of the panel. Patti LaBelle is going to be part of our panel discussion. Tatiana Ali,
Mhm.
Jamal Bryant, his wife, Roland Martin. So we have a
Mhm.
lot of folks who are going to be a part of panel discussions and five-star topics that he's going to have dealing with DEI, dealing with legal, dealing with any issues that come up that we're going to be talking about.
That's going to be neat. And tell us a little bit more about that convention, where it's going to be at. And
Okay, fine, sure, no problem. It's going to be at the Sheraton, New York, which is in Times Square. It's 811 7th Avenue. The
mhm,
convention is free, so you
mhm,
don't have to register. It's and everything is going to be free. The only thing they're going to be having a ministers luncheon where they're going to have Dr. Ralph
mhm,
West, who's going to be bringing a word, and then they're going to be honoring various ministers. Matter of fact, they honoring the bishop of the Church of God in Christ, Bishop J. Sherd. He's going to be honored. They got other ministers, pastors that they're going to be honoring as well. They also have a women's luncheon. And during that women's luncheon, that's when they're going to honor Patti LaBelle, and they're also going to honor Tatiana Ali, and they're going to be honoring other people. Like I said, we have Ben Crump, we have Stacey Adams, who's going to be a part. We have Congressman Al Green, who's going to be a part of the fire chat discussions. They have Damian Williams. Like I said, we have Don Lemon and Chris Matthews. We got Michael Steele, who's going to be coming to being part of our the fire start talking about various issues. We have Alicia Mendez, Simone Sanders. We
mhm,
have the entertainer Freeway. He's going to be there. We have Albury Marbury, and then on that Thursday, they're going to be doing the some of the folks who are running for mayor for New York City. They're going to be doing a mayoral candidate forum where you get to ask the members of those who are running for mayor. You get to ask them questions. We even have several congressmen. We have Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. He's going to be coming.
mhm,
We have they have another Congressman Charles Claiborne. He's
mhm.
going to be coming and going to be addressing this. So they're going to have various folk where if you want to ask them about anything about DEI or anything, you got your congressional leaders are going to be there. You're also going to have the mayor of New York. He's going to be there. So you're going to have the governor of New York. She's going to be there. Like I said, our governor for Maryland, he's opening up with a fire chat. So they're going to be asking him how is Maryland being impacted with the DEI and what Trump is doing.
Hmm. And that's so interesting. We seeing a lot of changes here in
Yes.
our government. It's so soon, and we hoping that we can have some peace and understanding as we go through this trying time. And Mike, if I had to ask you, NAM, the religious affairs, are y'all just dealing with the churches and their issues, or as your role doing that job?
No, like I said, we just don't deal with churches. I deal, by being religious, I deal with and I have people calling me with all kind of issues. Like I said, we do have a crisis department. So if I can't handle it, I'll refer them to our uh, the national office where, and they speak to the crisis representative there. A lot of times, the national crisis will call me and say, "Hey, I got a certain person in your state. They have a crisis. I need you to talk to them. I need you to, see if you can handle a situation or a problem." And I'm there.
Mm. So when they have a crisis, is this like an employment crisis or?
It could be an employment crisis. It could be they may be having a suicidal crisis. They may be having suicidal thoughts, and they may need somebody to talk to, or may need somebody to counsel them, or to give them advice on what they can do. It could be like loss of a job or anything that they may be going through. Like they may be just coming out of prison and want to know what are my next steps? How am I able to get a job or get back into the work field? And we have experts that can, give them the necessary information they need for them to be able to get the jobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting that they and that's a great program that they're
Yes.
providing those type of services to some of those um, folks that's in need. This is a big crisis. We seen a lot of people get laid off.
Yes.
We seen economy be affected. We seen so many things have changed for people who's being optimistic right now.
Mm-hmm.
That they're trying to think that it's going to get better, but the truth of the matter is that we got to keep people honest and upstanding in where they are today, and we got to let them know that if it's something that needs to be addressed, we can address it.
Right.
For it and stuff. With this NAM, National Action Network, is this in all 50 states, Mike, or is it?
Yes, it is in all 50 states. We have chapters in various cities, and a lot of the chapters are, some of the chapters are out there doing the boycotting. Some of them are, making an emphasis. Like I said, we do a national. Reverend Sharpton does a national call with national leaders. At least, every once in a while, he'll say, "Look, I want to get all of the preachers around the country together, or I want to get all of the political leaders, our national leaders, like Rainbow Push and our leaders like that. He'll get everybody together, have a conference call, and he also has his radio show. He has Nan has a radio show where he comes on every day, keeping it real with Al Sharpton. So you can tune in and people call in and ask him all kind of questions, and he answers their questions right on the air. Matter of fact, if you go to National Action Network if you go to National Action Network on Facebook or either on YouTube, from 1 to
National Action
Network from 1 to 4 every day from 1 to 4, he comes on live with Keeping It Real, and you get to see him live talking, and you get to see people put their comments up, and people will call in. Well, Reverend Sharpton, how you feel about such and that? And he sits in and answers your question. On Saturdays and Sunday, Reverend Sharpton also is on Political Nation on Sunday. He also does his TV show on Saturdays on MSNBC. So where he talks about stuff that Trump is doing, and he has heavy hitters, Congress people, political people to come on and talk about what is going on. Matter of fact, the theme for our convention is being a light in dark times. So so we're gonna be dealing with healthcare. Matter of fact, we have Albie Shore. He's coming. So we're gonna be talking about healthcare. They're gonna be talking about, of course, the DEI. They're gonna be talking about a variety of topics. So
wow, that's amazing. They have this going on, this convention. How often is this convention?
He does it every year, and it's like I said, this year it's from April the 2nd to the 5th, so it's like 4 days, and it's all day. So you can choose to go to whatever session that you want to go to, or workshop that you want to go to, where you want to hear the speakers. But like I said, on Saturday is when he does his main speech, and and it's open to anybody. So like I say, you can go to you can go to the National Action Network on either Facebook or YouTube, and you can listen live. If you can't be there, you can listen live because he comes on every Saturday from the House of Justice with the National Action Network broadcast, where he's on from 9 till at least 12, and then you get to hear his speech, and you get to hear other people in the audience come up and express their concerns and what they're going through. And like I said, we offer a variety of things. So when you go to National Action Network on Facebook, you get to see everything that goes on. Like you get to see the youth huddles on Monday night. You get to see when we have legal night. So you get to see everything that the National Action Network is doing.
So, and you talked about the Monday night youth huddles.
Yes.
our young people are going through some turbulent times right now.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of issues that's affecting our young folks in our communities. We have some folks that just need some mentorships, living in an environment where they don't feel safe and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So with the NAM, um, what type of help are they providing for our young folks on these conversations?
Oh, like I said, during the youth huddle, the youth get up, they talk about whatever is on their mind.
Hmm.
And the youth huddle, that's done with Reverend Sharpton's daughter, Dominique Sharpton and Ashley. They are in charge of the youth huddle. So the young people, they express their concerns to them. Those who are, need college, if they want to go to college, we have folks there who can give them the information that they need for colleges.
Hmm.
If they have financial, they have folks there who can, um, and we do offer job, we do offer like job employment. So, we do have like a job section where folks who are looking for a job, we could offer, they can help with job assistance. You don't know how to do a resume. They have folks that can help you put a resume together.
That's amazing. That's something critical. We came up and there used to be a thing, putting your resume together, keeping it active,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that we had it out there and we posted. As we see everything, a lot of stuff is online for our hiring
Yes.
now, and for us getting this job placement. That's a good action for our young folks to have. And those are critical skills that are needed,
Mm-hmm.
um, that we need out here in our community because, as you say, we see a lot of job shortages now where people are looking for employers,
Mm-hmm.
employees, and people will go out there and to work, and that's great that NAN has that resource for our young folks, so we can be able to make sure that we mentor and we guide them through that.
Mm-hmm. We
Uh,
even have for those who are just coming out of jail. We even have a returning citizens department for those who are coming out of jail, to give them to put them in the right directions, even with finding a job and like I said, with work. They get a chance to work with the lawyers and some of the judges that are part of NAN and to discuss maybe like getting their record expunged and so we give them expertise on a variety of things.
and tell me, how can people connect with these resources? I'm in Delaware, you're in Maryland, we got people in Jersey, we got people in Virginia and stuff. How can these folks, be able to connect with these folks?
Okay, what you can do is you can go to the National Action Network.net website. That's the page for the for the National Action Network. You can also let me see if I can get the number for you. Uh,
National Action Network.
.net. If you type up National Action Network.net, the website will come up,
Mhm.
and you click on the box, like it'll give you all of the everything that we do.
Wow. So National Action Network .net, we can find these resources. So folks, I'm encouraging y'all, reach out, check out the National Action Network .net. It's some resources out here for it. It's some things that we might be able to utilize for some folks that we're having in our area. And Mike, I get Bishop, I guess we're gonna have that address of that phone number as well, huh?
Yes, it's the number, like I said, it's the National Action Network.net, or you can call 1-877-626-4651. Again, that's 1-877-626-4651.
That's perfect. For and that's needed for, because we try to provide these resources for you, so y'all be able to know that there's something out there. Somebody's struggling with employment right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's struggling to just maintain housing and crisis and stuff like that. Somebody lost their job
Yes.
for it. So we need to reach out. We need to start getting some status of how we can get back up to par with maintaining a stable living work
Mm-hmm.
life, for it and stuff. So that's so important to have available for us. National Action Network, I got to take my hats off to them guys, for doing these things. As some folks might see that we just out there protesting on the corner,
Mm-mm.
screaming, but we have other avenues as we work with this program.
Exactly. And like I said, we in the community, we right in the heart of Harlem. So,
Hmm.
so he's in the heart of Harlem, and Thanksgiving time, he's out there giving away food. We even do a Thanksgiving, have folks come in to the National Action Network and have a nice hot meal. So, we're out there giving out food, giving out clothes, you know, meeting the needs. We out there, talking to folk, and even when companies are not doing right, every Thursday, right now every Thursday they go out and they are boycotting one of the major companies right now in New York.
Mm,
So every Thursday
wow.
they go out and they, they go out and, like the theme for our convention last year is like, we won't go back. That was the theme last year of the convention. We won't go back. So that's why we sharp this whole thing. We're not going back. We going forward. So, whatever comes our way, he was just saying on Sunday, he was like, like some folks have 3 and 4 cell phones and they can't even get 5 people to come to a meeting. But you got, but you can be on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and you got like 3 and 4 phones, and you can't even get folks to even come to a meeting. He was just saying, and he kind of joked about it, but he was being serious. He was like, some folks got 2 and 3 phones, but you can't even get 5 people to come to a meeting. But you can
Oh,
be on TikTok and Facebook, and but
yeah.
but what are you doing in the community to make an impact? What are you doing in the community to make a difference?
And that's so key, Mike. We need to give back to our
Yes.
communities, and we need to go out there and work with some of these folks coming up. Remember, I don't know if you can go back like this. I remember when we used to have block parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Block
We blocked
parties.
it off.
Yeah.
A
Block
little
parties.
music.
Neighborhood cleanup where everybody in the company
Hmm.
will come out and do clean up the neighborhood and
Hmm.
yeah, have the neighborhood block parties and
Yeah, for it and stuff, and those were memories that'll last a lifetime for us.
yes.
Growing up in New York, for myself, I had that experience of meeting some good folks when we sat there. Families came out, and I mean, it wasn't nothing fancy: hamburgers, hot dogs,
Mm-hmm.
little ices here and there. But we played together. We had basketball, we had football. Not no tackles, some two-hand touch here, because we on
Right.
concrete and everything. But we had that. But we talking about Nan and Al Sharpton. We got to take our hats off to him. He's been out there in our communities standing up for the
Yes.
civil rights movements. He had a lot of inspirational stuff he have did to restore um, the folks to just come together as one, and that we all find peace within the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, Remember the George Floyd, and he was
Yes.
out there
George
for
Ford
that,
and
Breonna Taylor, and
yeah.
we,
Mm-hmm.
we could go on, and so many things have happened, and I don't want to go back and just go back over the past, but just focus on the things that we're starting to come forward to do and addressing. But we see stuff happening. We can't sit idle.
Mm-mm. No.
We have to figure out what we can do, how we can invest time and all that stuff. So, Mike, if somebody wanted to say, hey, I'm in St. Louis, for example, I'm in San Francisco, I'm in New Mexico, I'm in Dallas, Texas, I want to get connected with NAM in my local area. How would we do that?
Like I said, you can go to the nationalactionnetwork.net website, or you can call the 1-877-626-4651. Let them know what state you're in, and they can let you know. Yes, our state does have a city or whatever does have a chapter, and they can get you connected to the chapter. If not, you can always, like I said, when you go to the nationalactionnetwork.net, you can always join. It's $25 to join. You can join right there and be a part of the National Action Network.
Yeah, so $25 to join, folks. That's not a lot of money.
No.
You know, we want to break it down to that's about 90 cents a day.
Yes.
you know,
And like I said, if you want to be a lifetime member, it's $500 to be a lifetime member of the National Action Network.
and it's for a good cause
Yes.
here that we're doing. So, you know, go to National Action Network, see what resources they have for you that we can continue to grow our community. We can go out here and fight some of these issues. And when I said fight, I don't mean physically, but the good fight of having a conversation with folks to tell them that, hey, you know, this is what we're seeing. Can you help clarify those issues with us so we can get them resolved, you know? And we can make sure that folks understand that everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a reason out here for it. And shout out to the convention tomorrow.
Yes.
Mike, it's going to be a wonderful event. You know, hopefully we can take some pictures. We'll post them on social media for it, and then promote that just to see what kind of conversations do it. And somebody said, as a human resource manager, how do we involve our employees from being unrepresented in populations without making a big, without making them feel tokenized? So how do we involve our employees from the representation in populations without making them feel tokenized?
Like I said, you know, like I said, you can call, you know, you can call that number, or you can go, you know, go online, or what you can do, like I said, Reverend Sharpton does come on from 1 to 4 with Keeping It Real, which is a national syndicated radio show. So he's all over the country. So you know, you can come on. You can either call, like you said, that number, or you can go on like Facebook or YouTube and put your comment on, and Reverend Sharpton will answer that question right there for you. And if not, he can tell you we have so and so in our office who can handle that for you.
Wow. So that's great. You know, we have it because, you know, we have some of our folks at work, you know, where they don't want to, you know, be the outcast because they're voicing opinions,
right,
or feeling stuff is happening to them. And, you know, they feel that their job might be in jeopardy.
And see, what they can do is, like I said, they can call, they can be anonymous. They can say, you know, they can call and say, even though I don't want to give my name, but they can tell them what the situation is. And like I said, we have attorneys, you have judges. So, you know, they'll lead you in the right directions, and they can give you the advice to say, okay, this is what you should do, or how you should handle it. And if you don't feel like you can handle it, then, you know, Reverend Sharpton don't have no problem stepping up to the plate, handling it for you.
And tell me about you mentioned the show Keeping It Real. Tell us a little bit more about those topics on that type of show, and what time do it start, and where.
Okay, he comes on. Like I said, once you join National Action Network, either on Facebook or YouTube, he's on from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And that's why he said that's why he calls it Keeping It Real with Sharpton, because he keeps it real. In other words, you call him, and just like we having this discussion, people are calling the radio having the same discussion about, well, you know, I'm in the process of losing my job because of this, and he keeps it real. He tells you straight from his mouth how he feels about it.
I mean, is it a good conversation? And you said is that every day from 1 to 4?
It's every day. Yes, every day from 1 to 4.
Wow. And that's got to be an interesting topic, you know, for and stuff, you know, with that Keeping It Real, you know, because there's so much happening out there.
Yes, and like I said, he'll give you advice. He'll tell you, you know, what he likes and what he don't like, and you know, And he is to the point where he don't care. He just gonna tell you how he feel about it.
Right, right. And that's good to voice your opinion. And I tell people we got to keep it real, and we got to keep the conversation in professional manner.
Yes,
Because we don't want to go out there and have these unprofessional conversations, especially in places of employment, and and it's not feasible for it. I always instruct people. I say, if you're gonna have a conversation, make sure we have some resolution to that conversation.
mm-hmm.
That we can find a way to get it done and to solve some problems. Don't
Yes,
go out there fighting in your conversations without some type of resource that we need to have available
exactly.
for it. And that's what's so important
Mm-hmm.
for it and everything. But from wonderful on Facebook, if
Or
you
even YouTube, like I said, he comes on live, so it's he's on live, so just like he's on the radio, he's actually on the radio live, but he's also streaming on Facebook and on YouTube, so you actually get to see him actually sitting at his desk in his office doing a live radio show, and everybody, like I said, on Facebook and YouTube can just go right on, put your comment on, or if you want to call, he give you the number to call to the station, and you can call in and talk to him right on the air.
Yeah, that must be fun. When it's so funny. I was just thinking when I see Al Sharpton, I just thought he was a pastor. That like to scream,
No, mm-mm.
shout, and stuff. But just knowing over the years all the things he have done. Him and we remember Jesse Jackson as
Yeah.
well when they were working together with.
And he would tell you that Jesse Jackson was actually his mentor.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people really don't even know that Al Sharpton was really close with James Brown. That's why he wears hair like James Brown. James Brown was like his like a second father to him.
Oh, wow, for that
So
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, for itself. So we see that ceremony coming up on this week. How long is that event, Bishop? This week coming up? I know it starts tomorrow.
The convention is from April the 2nd to Saturday, April the 5th. Like I said, we have different workshops, topics, and even on that Saturday, after he does his broadcast that afternoon, the young people are going to be in charge on that afternoon. So they're going to be having discussions for young people. They're going to be doing a fashion show. They're going to do an award ceremony. So they're going to be giving out some awards and some scholarships to some young people.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's good. And everything, giving out all those type of things out there in the community and getting the community suited, for it. And it's going to be a big event. It's going to be a big turnout there for it. And it's going to be interesting, because our current situation is we have a lot of folks out here nervous, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. But if he's going to provide some resolution and some conversations he's going to have the folks in the White House and see how we can come to a resolution. We lost a lot of jobs recently, and I don't know if some, I don't want to speculate. Some might be worthy of, some might not be worthy of, but we just need to have peace and understanding.
Yes.
And what we're doing today, and the folks have that as we see so much stuff just transpiring.
Exactly, and see, that's one of the things he's going to be doing too. We're going to have like different sections. Like we're going to have a resource section where you can come to the convention, and we're going to be offering some resources.
Oh, wow.
To deal with jobs and whatnot. So we're going to have a resource section. So they're going to have, it's going to be a worthwhile convention. Like I said, we got some heavy hitters. Like he said, he been telling folks, don't come just because the star is going to be there,
Hmm.
you come ready to do action. That's the theme of the theme of the National Action Network: no justice, no peace. So a lot of times we hear, you'll hear Al Sharpton say, "No justice," and we'll say, "No peace," and he'll say, "No justice." We'll say, "No peace," and he'd be like, "What do you want? Justice. What do you want? Justice. When do you want it?" And we'll say, like, "Now," and he'll say now, and he'll be like, "Okay, so we're letting folk know, yeah, we want peace, we want justice, we want it now. We don't want it later. We want it now."
Mm. Forward and stuff, and that's a good that's a good analogy right there. No justice, no peace.
Mm-hmm.
And we know what that's all about. We know what happens in that realm when we going through and just trying to have peace of mind
Mm-hmm.
for because everything we know that's not going to be upstanding. So so
Right.
so tell me this. We got these folks kind of wondering about this event. And you said this happens annually. Um,
Yes.
this event, and do y'all have a yearly theme for the National Action Network or?
Well, every year, like I said, every year he does a different thing. Like last year's theme was "We Won't Go Back." So this year he made the theme being a light, and darkness. Being a light. So every year he comes up with a different thing, and like I said, evil was going on. So this year he has being a light in dark times. So he's letting us know you can be a light no matter how dark it may look in D.C. or how dark it may look at what Trump is doing. Us being the light, us shining the light on situations, on jobs, and
Hmm.
those who are losing their jobs, and even with the administration, we're letting them know we're being the light. You may think we in darkness,
Hmm.
but we're shining that light to let you know that, hey, we won't go back, and we're not gonna let you make us go back.
Ain't that the truth? We can't go back forward to make sure that we out there standing and fighting a good fight
Hmm.
and stuff. And percentage, Mike. Is it a 24-hour call center for the National
Yes,
Action
yes.
Network?
When you call that 1-877 number, sometimes you'll get somebody. If not, you can leave your name and number, and somebody from whatever section will definitely be in contact with you.
Is that a nonprofit?
Yes, he is a nonprofit. We are nonprofit. We like I said, when it comes to election time, we are nonpartisan, so we don't endorse any candidate.
Oh, oh, wow.
So,
Wow. For it and stuff. And
but he will invite that candidate. Like last year's convention, we had the vice president. We had Kamala Harris. She came and addressed the convention
okay, okay.
last year. Joe Biden, he came last year and addressed the convention. So
Do we always have different folks that come and have those conversations? I mean, will we have a representative from the White House to come to the convention and talk about their position in it or anything?
oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he's made that clear. He's made it open. Like I said, he'll tell you in a minute. He has known Trump for 25 years, so he know how Trump is,
Hmm.
and Trump know how he is.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
and stuff. So that's good that we can hear the views
hmm
the White House committee, so they know what's going on out there, and they can understand the position of that committee and that leadership.
yes,
Because I want to believe that they have their reasonings for doing this. It's not personal, but they might have seen something that might need to be changed or uplifted or have been worked on that we haven't addressed in some years to come that we're working forward. So that's good to have representation from both parts to have that conversation
yes.
with them. So after this convention, do y'all have any upcoming events that y'all?
Oh,
Um,
like I said, yeah. Well, right at the convention, like I said, Reverend Sharpton is going to on Saturday make it public what companies we going to go after and boycott. So, and once he lays that land, he's gonna, like I said, we're gonna be going to, 'cause like I said, we just on today, I was listening to the broadcast, and a gentleman from Ohio, he called in and he was like, "Well, Reverend Sharpton, some of us, in Ohio, we can't get to New York, but is there any kind of way that the National Action Network can go, nationwide?" And Reverend Sharpton said, "Stay tuned." He said, "As a matter of fact, after our convention is over, and we say what companies we're going to go after, we're going to do a national tour, like we did during the Get Out and Vote, when he went to the different cities nationwide to get folk to encourage them to get out and vote." So he said, "This is what we're going to do. We're going to go around the country, West Coast, Midwest, Northeast. So we're going to hit every city that there is to go after these companies that's going to be part of the DEI and let them know that, hey, we're going to hit you where it hurt, which is your pocket."
Right. So his next tour, we have this convention.
Yes.
He's going to talk about the plan of action from the convention. But do y'all have any other events coming up like this convention anywhere in the near future, or?
Like I said, he leaves it up to the various states, because the various states, they have different events and functions that they have. Some of them, even though he was doing a 90-day boycott, some of them, like Las Vegas. Las Vegas went ahead and said, "Okay, hey, we're going to do a boycott here with Target in Las Vegas." So they boycotted Target. They boycotted Target. They boycotted Tesla. So,
Okay.
and then a lot of people,
Okay.
got on the bandwagon, like, okay, we're not going to spend our money with Walmart or Target. We're going to spend our money with black businesses.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, they're going to support black businesses and stuff to that effect, and figure out how that's really going to happen.
Right, and like I said, some of the workshops they're going to be having, he's going to be having one on expanding access to health care for Black and Brown Americans. And that's going to be a panel discussion with Al Sharpton, Justin Brennan, Freeway, Jennifer Jones Austin, Rachel Nordingen, Albie Shore is going to be part of that panel discussion. And then we're doing another one where we're going to have.
With this, Mike, you talking about that healthcare, what's the issue you think that NAM sees right now with our current healthcare situation?
Like I said, we're going to have. He's going to try to find some ways to be able to provide health care for various folks. So that's why he's bringing equality partners like Albie Shore, and because he's president, believe it or not only is he a singer and a producer, but Albie Shore is also the president of Health Equality and Transplantation Coalition. That is Albie Shore's group.
Okay.
So he's going to be offering some solutions to healthcare.
Okay. So is that a healthcare organization he has, or is it?
Yes, that he is the president. He is the president of Health Equality and Transplantation Coalition. That is his organization.
Oh, nice.
So he's going to be talking about that along with others who are in the healthcare field that is going to be handling that. And then Ben Crump, Attorney Ben Crump, who a lot of people are familiar with, he's going to be doing a topic on From Grief to Action. The fight for social justice continues.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to, be with him. And then we're going to have defending our union workers, protecting workers' rights in uncertain times. So they're going to have a workshop on that. And then, of course, we're going to have the fireside discussions. So and then he's going to have housing for all, confronting the crisis of affordable and inclusion. So they're going to be having topics on housing.
Yeah, that's going to be that's a hot topic.
Right, and then we're going to have a criminal justice fire topics. So
Yeah, so that's a housing is an interesting um, situation today with our housing market and affordable housing market
hmm
where we can find decent living and affordable living where we don't have to make sacrifices over medicine or our mortgage or our rent, you
right.
know, which happens, which is going to be that. Can we look at this online or is it a way?
Yes. Oh yeah. Like I said, when you go to nationalactionnetwork.net,
Mhm.
there's a link that says the National Convention 2025. When you click on that link, it has the schedule of what topics and what time everything is going to be. So, and like I say, with the keeping it real, when you go on that website, he has the link that you can that you can click on for the keeping it real, the link for the youth huddle. Uh, like I said, one of the things that he's going to be doing, like I said, he's going to be doing a keeper of the dream dinner,
Mm.
uh, which is like on that. So he's getting everybody involved. We're doing a keeper of the dreams dinner, where we're going to be honoring certain ones. The women are going. The women's doing a women's luncheon. They're going to be honoring
Super.
Patti LaBelle and Tatiana Ali and some other women. And then you have the ministers' luncheon, where we'll be honoring all those in the ministerial field.
So talk about a little bit about that lunching, um, Keepers of the Dream, um, for it. So what is that about?
Okay, the keepers of the dream is he's keeping Martin Luther King's dream alive.
Okay.
So during that dinner, Martin Luther King III will be a part of that dinner. So
Mm.
so it's basically he's basically you know to combat racial injustice, inequality, advocating for social change, and empowering communities. So during the
Mm.
Keepers of the Dream, those who have made a significant impact in the community, whether it's religious or in a legal field or in a political field, he's going to be honoring those by giving them an award, the Martin Luther King Award. We have one guy. I don't. Some of them are familiar with Y.T. Walker, who was
Mhm.
one of the great civil rights leaders. They're going to be giving a Y.T. Walker Award
Oh
to
wow.
some individuals. So
Wow. National Action Network.net, folks. We
yes.
we got a chance to see some of this information that they're gonna pass along. Look at the insight that we have. It's good to have some information that we can have understanding for and that we don't struggle to not know what's going on in our local community and stuff. So, you know, don't pass up the opportunity uh,
Exactly.
to go here and do this, but to be able to understand our purpose, some of our social issues we're fighting for, some of the issues that probably um, causing us a little problems in our community, that we can have fun and address with
Mhm.
resolution,
Yes.
providing resources to help folks be better than they was the
hmm
day before. So we're so excited about it. We gave you the phone number 877-626-454651 for the National Action Network. Give them a
Yes.
call if you're having a crisis, if you going through some type of situation that you probably might need to have addressed. If you're dealing with something at work that you feel that can be problemsome, give them a call
hmm
so they can be able to address some of these concerns and talk about what's really happening.
Yes. And we even offer a NAN network tech world. So for those who want to learn about technology, we offer basic digital literacy, intermediate and advanced. We offer computer skills. We
Mm,
offer coding, routing, switching, network IT. So we have a tech world community that will help you in any kind of way with technology.
wow. Wow. That's great. That's great. That's a resource, folks. As I tell you
Yes.
each week, I'm providing resources for y'all, for the community that you can reach out, have some good dialogue with, and guess what? Make it better. Make it more understanding of what's going on out here in our community, in our world.
Hmm.
You know, it's so exciting to know that we have these opportunities before us that we can
Right.
sit down and figure out what's happening, what resolutions we're trying to provide for it, and to get it going. As I said before, nationalactionnetwork.net, it's available for you. It's
Yes.
awesome. Um, it's an awesome opportunity for us to stay connected with us. You know, I'm gonna say it again. Shout out to Al Sharpton. We applaud that convention that he's having until Saturday. That we can get some type of resolution to some of these issues that we're facing, especially with young people. We see so much happening with our young folks and
Right.
as I said, our housing market is still suffering,
Yes.
and we need to have that opportunity to be able to address those concerns. They hear us out, and our senators, our representatives, go out there and start talking about these issues, and see if we can get a vote in to get this resolved.
Right.
Bishop, man, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to bring you on, and you
Well, thank
just
you for having me. And like I said, get back to our youth division. Our youth division deals with justice, the decency, and equal opportunity. They also are about making change, seeking new ways to empower our children, our young adults, and to make our community engagement and influencing policies that the norm, and that's not the norm, but not the exception either. So this is what our youth and our college division is doing.
wow, that's an awesome thing. So, as we get ready to end our show here, Bishop, do you have some closing remarks for us or some words that we can pass on to our audience out here listening?
Oh well, the topic of our theme, being a light in dark times. Be a light, be an example. Don't talk the talk, walk the walk. Be about action. You know, all of us have something that we expertise at or have knowledge of. Share it with folk. If each one can reach one, if we can just reach one person, and that person goes out and reach somebody else's, like somebody was just saying, there are no excuses. You know, so there are no excuses. Either you're going to be a part of the problem, or you're going to or have a solution to the problem.
Yeah, and as Ms. Nicole said, we thank you for attending. That there's no excuses with all of these resources. We're having a great show and a lot of useful information, and we want to utilize it. And thanks,
Yeah.
Nicole, for we want to utilize this information that we go out here in our communities and we empower them to understand what's going on. Hey, folks, it's that time again, man. I enjoyed the opportunity. I enjoyed the conversation with our Bishop, Michael Watson Jr., Dr. Michael Watson Jr. Man, thank you so much for attending
You're
tonight.
welcome.
Be available, nationalactionnetwork.net. This creative financing with JB. Remember, your resources is right in your hands. Utilize them and let's make a difference. We'll see you next Tuesday. You have a great evening.
All right.